Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning and Sharing. In today's video, we are going to discuss some special regions of the world which are so popular or been commonly discussed when we watch the international media or when we read any newspaper or when we have a class lecture or when we have a group discussion. Especially those students who are been getting education or been studying the history or the political science or the international relations or the geography. So these students come across certain regions, and many people are students, they don't know the actual background, the reality behind those regions. The regions such as, which are we going to discuss in today's video, such as Near East, the Far East, Middle East, Asia Minor, or the Balkan states. Though most of the time we hear about these regions, but we don't know their backgrounds, on what basis these regions are being made, or what is the strong component which combine them or which make them a region. If you follow the definition of a region, like a region is being characterized or classified on any particular or dominant characteristic. That characters could be physiography or physiography or physiology, or you can say any cultural characteristic like language or the religion, or you can say such as like recreation or the sports. You can say religion are also very important, because certain regions of the world, they are being so famous regarding their followership in terms of the belief. And there are certain regions like India, Pakistan, or South Asia, they're so popular in terms of fertile soil, so they have a strong agriculture base. So ये जो regions है, they have a different components. तो एक कोई component होगा which is so strong, which become the identification of that region. But today's region, which we are going to discuss, like Near East, Far East, Asia Minor, or the Balkan states, this is purely a political region. So we will discuss these regions in terms of political, their backgrounds. We are not going to discuss their climatology or physiography or cultural characteristics. So don't go away. This is going to be very interesting, and you will find that how many countries are being part of these region, because there are certain countries which overlap. They are the part of one region, and at the same time they are also being part of the another region. तो उसमें आज हम देखेंगे कौन-कौन सी countries in regions पे पाई जाती हैं. So definitely these students like international relations, the history, the political science and geography, they are going to benefit from this video. So don't go away, stay with me. This is going to be very interesting. So yes, viewers, here comes the description of our today's video lecture. So as I told you earlier that we are going to discuss the regional geography. So the regions today we have the Far East, Near East, Middle East, and the Asia Minor. So let's go to the background. What does mean by the East? So the word East is derived from the Sanskrit word sas, meaning dawn or the morning. So from the perspective of Europe and Asia, this makes sense because the sun rises in the east. Conversely, the word west comes from the word for evening, from the Sanskrit word eva, meaning to go down. So अगर हम इन words, दोनों words को देखें, east or the east and the west. So east, it means that dawn or the morning. So it's an English word. So the other word is the west, and west is derived from the Sanskrit words, are taken from the Sanskrit word which means the evening. So now you have a slightly, you have a little bit idea that what does mean by the east and the west. So east, describe the dawn of the morning, and the west describe the evening. So now we start from the Far East. The term Far East came into the European geopolitical discourse in 12th century, denoting the Far East as the farthest of three East, beyond the Near East and the Middle East. So the word Far East, it came to the political discourse of the Europe in 12th century. 12th century में ये term जो है ना वो ज़ाहिर हुआ. इसका मकसद हुआ कि the area or the region which is far away from the East, from three East. So what is meant by that? Beyond the Near East and the Middle East. So something which is away from the Near East and the Middle East, we call that the Far East. Far East came into common usage in the 1800s because of British colonial expansion to the Eastern Asia. So जब British empire बढ़ती गई, जब उन्होंने they start to occupy the different regions of the world, तो ये term जो है ना, it start to be commonly used. The term was used to describe all British colonies east of India. Since the 1960 term like East Asia and the Orient have become increasingly common. So what has been said that this term start to get popularity when the British Empire start to expand their colonial territories. तो जब उन्होंने अटैक करना शुरू किया, ऑक्यूपेशन करना शुरू किए, तो ये वर्ड या ये इस्तेलाह उसमें आ गया, especially when they start to colonize the India. So since 1960, terms like East Asia and Orient have become increasingly common. East Asia remains the most common media term for the region today. The Far East is the region of countries of East Asia. So अगर हम Far East को देखें तो बहुत सारी countries which are also been part of East Asia, they are also been the part of Far East. So there has also been overlapping of certain countries or states. So usually including China, Japan, North and South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and the easternmost portion of Russian Siberia. Some time extended to include all territory east of Afghanistan. तो कभी कभार जो eastern part of Afghanistan, they also been included in the Far East. So यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है? Which countries are part of Far East? They also been countries. They are also been part of East Asia. So Far East countries are China, Japan, North and South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and the Russian Siberia. So you can see here the map of the Far East countries. So here are these are the North Korea, Japan, we have South Korea, we have Taiwan, Hong Kong. So these are in China. So these are the part of Far East Asian countries. So means the countries which are in eastern part, but they are far from the east. So we call them far. So these are the like countries. You can see here the name of the country or the territory or the region. Then we have area, population density, and the capital like Brunei, Cambodia, China, we have Hong Kong, which has also been part of China, Indonesia, Japan, Macau, Malaysia, Mongolia. So these are the countries which are being called the Far Eastern countries. Now Russia don't doesn't have a full-fledged or the full part or whole part of the territory is the part of the Far East, but still there are some part which been considered in the Far East countries. So you can see these are the capitals of these countries. Now we comes to the Near East. So this region Near East, now first we have a Far East, now we have a Near East. So the term Near East first used in 1856. 1856 में सबसे पहले यूज किया गया ये वर्ड. Near East was defined especially against the Far East and referred to the region in Asia that west of India, especially Ottoman Empire. So ये जो word है near especially is being used against the word Far East. जब when you start to describe or define the Far East, तो उसके against में एक और word आया जिसको वो कह रहे थे कि Near East. Especially this region referred to the Asia that west of India. तो जो रीजन इंडिया के वेस्ट में पाए जाते हैं उनको हम नियर ईस्ट कहते हैं. and also overlap with the Middle East. This it's Ottoman Empire. तो कुछ the states or countries which were the part of the Ottoman Empire, they also been included the Near East. यहाँ पे एक और interesting thing है. Today the region of Near East imprecise and overlap the Middle East encompasses transcontinental region comprising Western Asia, Turkey, or in Egypt. तो यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है कि Near East also been overlapped, sometimes been interchangeably used. Either you use Near East or you use the Middle East. तो Middle East की कुछ countries हैं which are being used or been part of the Near East. So certain like we have a Turkey, with Turkey which are also both Anatolia and East Terrace, and Egypt, so mostly located in North Africa, with the Sinai Peninsula being in Asia. Nearest की एक और खास बात ये है कि because it is been on the verge of two continents, Africa and Asia. So there are certain countries which are part of Asia, and there are certain countries which are part of Africa. So they also been included in the Near East. So we'll see which countries are in Near East. So we have Algeria, we have Libya, we have Egypt, We have a Jordan, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Iran, and the Syria. So this is called the Near East. Sometimes some countries also been part of the Middle East. So this has also been zone of the Middle East. So you might have, what has been other saying that this is the transcontinental region. Transcontinental region, you can see this is Asia. There are a few countries which are in the Asia, and this is Africa. There are a few countries which part of Africa and also in Europe. So Near East is a wider terms used, or sometimes overlapped used with the Middle East. So the term has fallen into disuse in American English and has been replaced by the term Middle East. So if you follow the American English, if you see in the American English literature, you will don't find the Near East. So they have replaced this word with the Middle East. So जो अमेरिका में है, अमेरिका में mostly they use the word Middle East for this region. They don't use the Near East. So which includes Egypt and Western Asia, which include the South Caucasus. So American literature में Middle East use होता है क्योंकि for them there's more viable because they also includes Egypt and Western Asian countries in this. So this was the nearest. Now, according to the National Geographic Society, the term Near East and Middle East denote the same territories and are generally accepted as comprising the countries of Arabian Peninsula, Cyprus, Egypt, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine territories, Syria, and the Turkey. तो यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है कि Middle East overlap करता है, sorry, Near East overlap करता है Middle East के साथ, and most of the time they are being used interchangeably. We have another region which is called the Balkan states, Balkan region. Sometimes it's called Balkan Peninsula. So there's also difference between Balkan state, Balkan territory, and also with the with what we say with the Balkan Peninsula. Balkan Peninsula थोड़ा सा extended है, थोड़ा सा बड़ा है, उसमें कुछ और भी countries आ जाती हैं, while the Balkan states a little bit means smaller. So Balkan, which is also called Balkan Peninsula, easternmost of the European three great southern peninsula. यानी कि यूरोप के जो ईस्टर्न पार्ट है उसको Balkan states कहा जाता है. यहाँ पे there's a no strong agreement on the region's political component. So if you follow the historian, geographer, and the anthropologist, they are not agree on one point that this is the Balkan state, because they find diverse cultural and other components are entities in this region. So the Balkans are popular, comprised of Albania, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Romania, Serbia, and Slovenia. So these 11 countries are so popular. Actually, when you find the other study, you might find more countries in Balkan state, but 11 countries are the popular. So this is the region of Balkan regions, where we have 11 countries. We have Albania, Bosnia. So Albania, Bosnia, they make the region of Balkan, or they are being called the Balkan states. Some parts of Greece and Turkey also included within geographical region generally defined as the Balkan Peninsula. तो जब आपको somebody asks you which is the Balkan Peninsula, तो जब Balkan Peninsula की बात होती है तो उसमें टर्की और ग्रीस के कुछ parts आ जाते हैं. And you know about the peninsula. Peninsula हम उसको कहते हैं where there is any piece of the land where there is the water from three sides. तो अगर यहाँ पे देखें तो उनको तीन side से पानी है, और यहाँ so you'll find here the water from the three sides here. So this is called the peninsula. This region is determined on different terms such as history, culture, and geography. Because as I told you, any region can be defined on the basis of any characteristic, be it their geography, culture, or the history. मगर यहाँ के जो experts हैं, the experts, either the historian or the geographer, they are not agree. There is no any consensus on the Balkan states. So historian and geographer are completely diverged regarding the region's identification. Sometimes Balkan region is defined with frightened negative reference associated with the region's history of ethnical clashes and political upheaval. So if you look at the history, look at the background of this region has lots of turmoil, political disturbance, political disunity or uncertainty, because there are lots of ethnical clashes are going on here. So the historian and the geographer, they are not agreed that what could be the strong components of these states, यानी कि किस तहत किस बुनियाद पे हम इन बाल्कन स्टेट को कंबाइन करें, क्योंकि अगर आप इस रीजन की हिस्ट्री देखें तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारी जंगें भी हैं, बहुत सारे नस्ली तजाद भी यहाँ पे रहे हैं, और बहुत सारी पॉलिटिकल अनसर्टेनिटी और डिस्टर्बेंस भी रही है. सो द डिफरेंट पीपल दे डिफाइन इन डिफरेंट वेज सो दीज बाल्कन स्टेट, बट overall 11 countries, there could be more countries, Turkey and Greece also being sometime in or parts of these regions, these countries can be part of Balkan state, but 11 countries, they are, most of the people, they are agreed that 11 countries make the Balkan states. So now we have Asia Minor. This is the Balkan state, you can see here, Balkan state. So we have Romania, Croatia, Albania. So you can generally, in terms of geopolitical location, the Balkan are bordered on the north by Italy, on the north by Hungary, on northwest by Italy, on the north by Hungary, on the north and the northeast by Moldova in the Ukraine, and on the south by Greece and Turkey in the Aegean Sea. So the Balkans are washed by the Adriatic Sea in the west, the Ionian Sea in the southwest, and the Black Sea in the east. So when you talk about the peninsula, जब आप उसको peninsula कहेंगे, so because if you look at here, this has also been water from three sides. This is the Black Sea, Aegean Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and Adriatic Sea. So they are the water from three sides. So this Balkan Peninsula, इसको Balkan Peninsula भी कहा जाता है when you also include the Greece and the Turkey here. So some Balkan countries such as Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, Serbia, and Macedonia were the once the part of Yugoslavia. So उससे पहले Yugoslavia it was a state or the country, and these were the parts of, but now it's been dismembered or discontinued or breakdown. So उसके बहुत सारे पार्ट हो गए, जिसमें स्लोवेनिया अलग हो गया, क्रोएशिया अलग हो गया, बोस्निया अलग हो गया, हर्जेगोविना अलग हो गया. So the word Balkan is a Turkish and means mountain. So if you follow the word meaning, Balkan means mountains, is a Turkish word which means the mountains. So we have another which is called the Asia Minor, or in other words called the Anatolia. Asia Minor, also referred to as the Anatolia or the Anatolian Plateau, is the westernmost portion of the Asia, which comprise mainly of modern day Turkey. तो जो आपकी modern day Turkey है, उसको Asia Minor कहा जाता है, because in the past history, the Turkey was a big country, is also been a big today, but it has a different tribal territories or kingships or princely states. So, and they have a different meaning. So Asia Minor is usually synonym with Asian Turkey, which is made of most of the entire country. The southwestern and eastern border of Asia Minor is current border of Turkey with neighboring American, Armenian, Iran, Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Syria. These are the bordering countries of Turkey. Asia Minor, Anatolia, जो आज की टर्की है, उसको कहा जाता है, जिसमें उसके बॉर्डरिंग कंट्रीज हैं आर्मीनिया, ईरान, इराक, ये. About 95% of Turkey's land is in Asia Minor. तो जो इसको एशिया माइनर कहा जाता है, उसमें 95% जो जमीन या 95% जो है वो टर्की है. The Asian inhabitants of Asia Minor spoke to the Anatolian language, which is now extinct, and were replaced by the Greek language starting from the classical antiquity and during the Hellenistic, Roman, and Byzantine periods. Asia Minor has an area of about 291,773 square miles and an average length and the breadth of 650 to 300 miles respectively. Asia Minor is bordered by the Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and Aegean Sea, and Sea of Marmara, and the Armenian highlands, the north, south, west, northwest, and east respectively. So you can see here the Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Aegean Sea, they are also been bordering to the Asia Minor. So Asia Minor is separated from the Europe by Strait of Dardanelles and Phosphorus. So this is the stripped line of land, piece of the land which connect the Turkey with the Europe. Asia Minor, you can see here, this is the Asia Minor, this is modern Turkey. 95% territory of Turkey is being founded as being part of the Asia Minor. So this is the, the parts which connect the countries, to connect the Turkey or Asia Minor with the Europe. So Anatolia is another name. Anatolia is another name of Asia Minor, which is called the, what is it, Turkish Anadolu, also called the Asia Minor. The peninsula of land that today constitutes the Asian portion of Turkey. Asia Minor also being called the peninsula because you can see you have a water from this side, and this side. So we have water from three sides, and Asia Minor also being called the plateau. So if you know a little bit about the geography, plateau is a place which is a tableite place. Tableite land means which is look like mountains or which have an altitude, जिसको height हो, मगर that height, that surface is quite what do you say, flatter one. तो जो उनका जो top हो वो flat one हो, तो we call that the plateau. So because of its location, the point where the coast of Asia and Europe meet, Anatolian was from the beginning of civilization a crossroad for numerous people migrating or conquering from the either connecting. So Asia Minor was a border, was a line, was a space, the wave of connection between Europe and the Asian people. Europe, and so the people start to cross through the Asia Minor where they need to migrate or travel to either to Europe or Asia or the Africa. So now we'll see which countries are the which were countries were the part of Asia Minor. Asia Minor. Let me be clear, no more present in the world now. It was in the past. Now it is a modern Turkey. So in the ancient world, Asia Minor was the seat of kingdoms and the cities of Thrace, Bithynia, Paphlagonia, Alulia, Phrygia, Galatia, Pontria. So these are the different princely states or kingdoms which were the part of the Asia Minor. So it was all about these small regions which were so popular, like Near East, Far East, and the Asia Minor and the Balkan states. I hope you got some benefits from this lecture. So if you like my videos, please share this with your friends and other viewers so they can get any benefit from it. And also, share and subscribe my channel for more videos. So till then, take care of yourself. See you very soon.